Welcome back to KSN Structure Engineering classes. This is class number 4 of our course SFD and BMD. As I told, complete coverage. Last class number 3, I told resolution of a force in two mutually perpendicular directions. In the beginning, I told resolution in two directions where they need not be perpendicular to each other. That is only for basic understanding. And as I told, for competitive examinations, structural engineering point of view, that will not come anywhere. So entire structure engineering, you require resolution of a force in two mutually perpendicular directions. And maximum time, you require one along X, which is horizontally considered, other along Y, vertically considered. But sometimes it is possible that X and Y, of course, mutually perpendicular to each other, need not be in horizontal and vertical. They may be inclined. Both of them will be inclined, because if X is inclined with horizontal, Y also becomes inclined with horizontal. As I told, that you require for some particular chapters or part of structure engineering, like compound stresses or principal stresses, where you have to find stresses on oblique plane or arches to find radial shear normal thrust, and in some places, or for inclined beams, where you require component normal to the beam. So therefore, first I will give an example. Last time I told simply principle I told. I will repeat the principle once again now, and then I wrote an example here, you can see, just to save the time. Usually I don't write this way, otherwise it will take some time. See, there is a force system here. See, there is a member here. One attachment is there. These are the forces. See, I have taken care so that forces, all the four forces are in some different directions. See, one will be in first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant. I have taken care. And angles. For two forces, angles are given. And two other forces, angles are not given. You have to get the angle. In one of them, I have given slope. In other one, I have given some distances. So that is how you have to first find the angle, then resolve or go for components. Now, one question comes. Our course is SFD BMD. Then why these are all being told? Purpose. When we go to SFD BMD, you should have full fluency there, and everything I tell should be clear for you. You should thoroughly understand. So these pre-requirements, like suppose you want to construct a building, you first clean the site, make it level, put bed concrete, put footing, then only raise the superstructure. Not directly go and put the columns. You can't do that way. So once you know all the basic requirements for understanding thoroughly SFD BMD is fully clear, then there will be no difficulty for you. Very fluently you will understand. And one more thing, when I go to SFD BMD, there, what all I explain here, it will come. I will not explain again and again. I will just tell, earlier told. So if any comment comes or doubts, actually nobody is asking doubt because there is no direct communication here. But if in comment section, if I get any comment that is not clear, I will tell your problem. You did not follow the instruction given by me. From beginning I am telling how to study. Therefore, start once again from class number 1. I will tell that way. If you are serious. So now, I will first come to the important example so that in future there is no difficulty for you, not only for this course, anywhere else in structure engineering, how to resolve and get the components into mutually perpendicular directions. My first example will be resolving in X and Y directions. I will take X horizontal, Y vertical, this way. X horizontal, Y vertical, my first example. After this example is over, a small example I will give you where instead of this way, it will be tilted. I will give it after this completely over. Okay. Now, just I will tell one more point, important point. Last time I told, see, this I am repeating now. When you resolve a force into mutually perpendicular directions, irrespective of horizontal, vertical or tilted, no problem. You decide the angle made by the force with any one of the directions. Then component in that direction with which angle is considered is cos, and the perpendicular component is sine. That means if you consider the angle with the x, then x component is cos, y component is sine. Whereas if you consider the angle with y, then y component is cos, x component is sine. This I thoroughly explained last time. Now what will happen sometime is, see, for example, here angle given with vertical, here with horizontal. Sometime it happens in a question, maybe academic question or any competitive examination or anywhere. Some places angles are given with horizontal, some places with vertical. Then when you resolve, you should be careful. You have to start thinking every time you have to see a force. Then mentally you have to tell yourself, oh, this force is making angle this much with the x. Therefore, x is cos, y is sine. Some other force, oh, this force is not that way. The here angle given is with y. Therefore, this time y is cos, x is sine. Very high chance of making mistake. Because some people will tell me, sir, we are used for horizontal cos, vertical sine. That is provided you take angle with x or horizontal. So, see, majority of people will get confusion. I have seen it. Every time when you resolve, we should think which is cos, which is sine. You can avoid that problem. How? You stick to one concept. Whatever way angle is given, either they can give with x or with y. No. When you resolve, you consider angle with x. That's all. Stick to one concept. So, if they give with x, no problem. Consider it. If angle is given with y, you write the angle or consider the angle with x. So, now onwards, in our class, I will stick to one principle. That is, permanently, now onwards, I will consider angle with the x so that x component is cos, y component is sine. See, lastly I will tell, angle considered now onwards in our class will be with x direction or horizontal. Then x component or horizontal component will be cos, vertical component will be sine. Of course, there are people who are quite intelligent. They will tell, sir, no problem, we can understand. Okay, no problem. If you understand, do whatever way you want. I have to think of the majority of people, those who are little weak or find difficulty to understand. I should think of them. I want everybody to gain the knowledge. So now onwards, remember, I am not repeating again and again now. Lastly, I am telling, we will consider the angle with the x or horizontal in this case. If it is inclined other case, again with the x only. Then x component is cos, y component is sine. Permanent now onwards. No question of thinking. No. But one more thing is there. See, you can see 130 degrees. This angle you should not take. I will tell you reason for that one after this example is completely over. In between I can't tell. Once the example is over, I will take an example, small example of one force only where angle given is more than 90 degrees. I will tell if you take this angle, what chance of mistake is there which can be done. Therefore, after the example is over, I will go for that one. And as I insist in each and every class, I explain everything thoroughly. So, it is your responsibility if you want to learn and get very high knowledge to follow my instructions. You should watch the complete class or you should go through the complete class, not in between. When I checked in the, what you call it as YouTube studio of my channel, I found the average watch hour or watch time is little less than how much I expected. I know the reason. There are so many people who are not serious. They take it as an entertainment. In YouTube, no, my class is not entertainment. My class is serious and knowledge oriented. Therefore, such people I am helpless. But those who are dedicated, I don't have to tell anything for them. And those who are half-hearted, I will tell them come my side, come to the dedicated side. So those who are half-hearted or show little interest, I can lift them. Those who are not interested, we can't do anything. So at least now onwards, go through the class fully and all the points make a note wherever required and thoroughly study, get ready. When you go to SFD BMD, you see how easy and effective I will make SFD BMD. Okay, start now. Resolution. One by one force I will consider now. First I will write here now. See. Consider 200 Newton force. See very clearly. One thing you have to write here. See, I will give a name. A, for example, B, next I will take here C and D, some names. In the bracket I will write here, which is acting to the point A. See, I wrote this way. You write. See, you are learning. I am teaching. So, I will dictate here. Don't put this way. Write, which is acting to the point A. That's what you should do if you want to come up. If I tell something you are right, you are write it. And I even plan to give systematic notes. Such a note so that I will see that such a note nobody has come across. But not right now. I will tell all those things little later, not right now. Let's continue the course now. A. See, point A is there. I will mark the force here. See, the force is this way. So I will put this way, no problem. You can shift it, no problem. See, along this line, you can mark this way. How much force? 200 Newton. Now, you draw reference x direction. Just now I told. Now onwards, consider angle with always x direction. Okay. Now, see, this is 130. That is, where is it? If I project the line backwards here, see, they told this is 130. No, do not use that angle. You can use that angle provided you account for the direction in the expression itself. So, dangerous. So, what you do is, in my class now onwards, when you consider the angle, you always consider the angle which the force is making with the nearest x direction, or in simple words, angle which is less than 90 degrees. When you are resolving a force, known force, sometime in principal chapter angle will come more than 90. There something else. There it is some other meaning is there. So when you are resolving a force, then now onwards, always consider the angle the force makes with the x direction, that too with the nearest x direction or x axis, and it should be less than 90, means we want this angle. That angle is nothing but this angle. See, if this is 130 degrees, when this is 130, you should know this is 50 degrees. Both are equal. This is 50 degrees. This I can't explain. Sorry. Equal to, see. Now, those who find difficulty, here only see, one light arrow mark here, this way and this way. See, so that between these two, resultant will pass. One x component like this, one y component like this. X component. Now onwards, you don't have to think, because we consider angle with x direction, and also we have taken the precaution that that angle is with the nearest x, or it is always less than 90. So no sign required now. If you take this 130 degrees, then sign required. I will tell you afterwards. So this is 200 into how much? Cos of 50. This is 200 into sin 50. Now, give the answer. Oh, sorry. It is a habit. Usually in my classroom, I tell, give the answer. Here, who is giving the answer? I only should calculate. Habit always is there. Because usually I never calculate. I told already, only pen will be there with me. So they will calculate. Here, I will calculate. But still, I want to avoid pre-written problems. It actually hurts me to solve a problem holding a paper or writing something and writing something there and seeing and giving the answer. I want to avoid. Except when lengthy calculation is there, helplessly I may do it. But people who know me, they know what way I teach. See, This will be 200 into cos 50 will be 128 point. I am rounding up to second decimal. 56 Newton. 128.56 Newton. See, this rounding up also I will tell you there is some problem is there, not problem. People make mistake. That also I will clarify. I told you we will make a perfect course here. So every difficulty you have, I will remove it. And vertical component 200 into sin 50 is 153.21 Newton. So this force is over. I want space there. See, next I'll write here. Consider next force. After A, I'll go to this point. Consider 300 Newton force. In the bracket you write which is passing to the point B. You write that one. See, point B is here. The force is like this. How much? 300 Newton. As I told just now, the angle given is 30 degree with Y. Don't see that one. You consider X direction. And not this angle. Angle with the nearest X, this one. If it is 30, this will be 60 degrees. I don't have to explain this one. Equal to, so, or here only, see, this every time now onwards I will not tell, only once. If it goes this way, see, light line, this way and this way. So that resultant goes this way. Now, one X component like this, one Y component like this. X component, angle measured with X only. So, 300 into cos 60 will be equal to Y. It is 150, half, 150 Newton. This is 300 into sin 60 equal to, this I have to calculate, 259.81 Newton. Okay, this is also over. Next, I'll remove this one now. Consider next force. I will go to B over C. 180 Newton force. Newton force. See, now for this force and this force, direct angle given. One place angle given with horizontal, of course, angle given was more than 90, we consider other angle. One place angle given with vertical, we consider with horizontal. Now, 180 Newton force is here. See, this way. This is 180 Newton force. As I told earlier, don't see there. We want the angle made by the force with the nearest X. This angle I require. Not this angle I want. Now, that angle is not known, so I will put theta. Or there is one more force there where theta is required, so I will call this as theta 1. You know, first to get theta 1. How get theta 1? See there. 180, see, I'll write here now. If you see here now, see, I'll put a construction here. I'll put light dotted line here. See, this is theta 1 means this is theta 1. Correct? This is theta 1. So I'll put here now. You should not write the question actually. Second time I'm writing. This is theta 1. Now, draw a vertical line. See, tan theta 1 equal to, see there, tan theta 1 equal to this side by this side. This side is 1.8 meter given. 1.8 divided by this side. This full is 2.5 given. This is 1.2. So this will be 2.5 minus 1.2. So you can make out here. This angle theta 1 is tan inverse of 1.8 by this distance is 2.5 minus 1.2. Therefore, you get the value of theta 1. Theta 1 will come 54.16 degrees. So I write here your theta 1 equal to 54.16 degrees. I'll round off. I always round off the values which are calculated. See here. So, or you can do one thing, which are calculated, I round off. So that you can make out, this is not a given value, it is calculated. No. So we got the value of theta 1 here. Now this force will be equal to, see here, one component like this, one more component like this. So this component, X component, goes this way of 180 force into cos of 54.16. Other component downside this way of 180 into sine of 54.16. I will calculate and enter the answer here. 180 into cos 54.16. 105.39. This will be 105.39 Newton. I'll underline it. Okay. I'll underline so that I can see later. Otherwise, I would sometimes search which is where. Okay, now. And other component is 180 into sine of 54.16 is 145.92. 145.92 Newton. Over. That force also over. Now, lastly, I'll write here. Or I want to replace the force system, so I want to use that space. This I'll remove now, not required for me. In the beginning only I write just to give idea that which is the course, only once I will write. Repeatedly I will not write it. Actually what happens is here, one small problem. You have to rub it with a little wet cloth. It is not there, so I will just use a cloth here. Little better. See, next. Now, this is also over. Lastly, which one now? 150. Consider 150 Newton force. Remember, which is passing to the point D. D. How is the force? Force is like this. See, like this force. How much? 150 Newton. See, once again, complete this way. We want the angle made by the force with the nearest x, this one. This angle I want. I will call this angle as theta 2. This angle I will call theta 2. Now, how to get theta 2? See, to get theta 2, I will write somewhere here, then I will rub it out. I will enter the answer here little later after getting the answer. See, you can see 150 Newton force is like this. See, 150 Newton force. It's line. This is a force. We are 150. They told in the question that, see, this is 2 and this is 3. That means they are giving slope. Horizontally, if you go 2 units, vertically you have to go by 3 units. Any unit, millimeter or meter, anything will do. Now, we want which angle? We want angle made by the force with the x. This is our theta 2. If that is theta 2, this also is theta 2. Why? 2 parallel lines. So, therefore, this angle theta 2, see, what you can see here is this theta 2. So, tan theta 2 equal to 3 divided by 2. This majority can understand very easily this one. Therefore, you get the value of theta 2. Theta 2 will come 3 divided by 2 tan inverse. 56.31 degrees. Theta 2 will come 56.31 degrees. I will enter here equal to 56.31 degree to save the time. Okay, underline. Round off. Why? Calculated. Now here, see, one vertical component, one horizontal component this way. Or this will be equal to vertical component like this, horizontal like this. Horizontally this way, x component is 150 into cos of 56.31. This will be 150 into sine of 56.31. When you calculate this one, it will come 150 into cos 56.31, come 83.20 Newton. That will come 150 into sine of 56.31, 124.80. Which force? Yes, correct. It is over. Now see. Now all the forces we resolve. Inclined forces. Now one more thing. There can be directly force given in vertical or along y, or directly force given in horizontal direction or along x. For those forces, no resolution. Why? They will come as it is. Resolution is required only when the force is inclined with the reference direction. So now what you got? we resolved everything. So now lastly, we will write summary here. That is how to proceed further. See, therefore, I'll write here, therefore, what force system is here, we can replace it by component. See, replacement by components will be as shown below. Okay. See, I will write once again here. This point is C. Point I write later. Then there is one point here A. Maybe imagine here. One more point, maybe somewhere here. See, member can continue, no problem. See, cut. See, one by one. Start. 120 Newton force acting at A. We resolved here. One right side component and one down component through this point. Therefore, this is the point A. Then 180. This is the point C. 150. This is the point D. And one more point, 300. This is the point B. So therefore, see here. Which one first? This one. Through the point A, right side force. How much force? 128.56 Newton and downward component of 153.21 Newton. Okay, that is through the point A. Then come to the point B. B is somewhere here. Where is the force? Here. Vertically upward component and horizontally or along X right side component. The horizontal X component is 150 Newton, Y component is 259.81 Newton over. Come to the force C here. See, resolution is here. Through the point, this is the point C. Through this point, there is a vertically downward force. How much? 145.92 Newton and a left side force of 105.39 Newton. Lastly, through the point D here, resolution is there. See, vertically upward of 124.80 Newton and X direction left side of 83.20 Newton over. This is the final or the result of our resolution. I hope everybody who are watching and studying under me thoroughly clear. It should be clear. So work out once again this one. You should do one thing. You write the sketch. Do not see the class. Take a paper. Practice. Write the final answer. Compare with this one and see everything is correct. Now one small point. See, this result what we got, we are not using further. Therefore, in case if there is any calculation mistake or observation mistake or spelling mistake, it does not matter. But if it is SFD BMD problem, there if a mistake is made, it will affect the diagram. So I should be careful here. Once we write the answer now, we are forgetting this one now. So therefore, in case by chance, if anywhere, if there is any calculation mistake, don't make an issue. You just ignore it. You correct it. You don't have to tell in the comment section also that the mistake is there. If someone writes there is a mistake is there, what comes to mind? Technical mistake. Technical mistake will not be there in my class. This I am telling from beginning. I will tell till the end of my teaching. If I make a technical mistake, I will not continue teaching then. So, therefore, anywhere, if a mistake is there, ignore it. But deliberately don't do the mistake. See, calculation mistake, spelling mistake sometimes pronunciation also varies, or observation. See, suddenly here, the force is this way. By mistake, if I take this way, principle is same, but actually wrong. But understanding is not a problem. So I think there is no mistake is there. So I am not going to check also now. I am directly closing this one now. I am not going to check, because these values are not being used further. If it is used further, I will be careful. And when you go for SFD BMD, if some serious mistake is there, I can make out. Because why? I got that much common sense, or I have feeling with me what should come, how much BM will come, how much SF will come for a loaded beam. By looking, I can make out. So suddenly I can tell, no, something wrong. So I will correct it now. So here, this is a replacement. Now, this is fully clear. Now I will go for resolution of a force in two mutually perpendicular directions when those two directions are neither horizontal nor vertical, they are inclined. I will not take too much of time because time counts. I will not take one time. But better one example. I told you require for some particular parts in structural engineering, like principal stresses or arches you require for radial shear, normal thrust, curved beams you require, or in inclined beams you require. Therefore, when this much I told, why leave it? So I'll just briefly, one small example. Again, I will do one thing now. When I make the board ready, I will write the example and start the class so that I don't have to waste time. So I will write here and then start once again and fully make it clear for you how you can resolve when the two reference axes or directions mutually perpendicular. That is very important. But they are not horizontal vertical, they are tilted. Like see, in the friction chapter you require inclined plane members, inclined plane surfaces you require in friction chapter. So I will make it clear now. Yes, we will start now. See, I already put an example here to save the time. See now, you never bother why this force system is this way. It may be an inclined member where multiple forces are acting. Then you require it for SFD BMD. It can be a friction problem where inclined plane, sometimes you get normal reaction, friction resistance this way, and weight will be acting down. That all will be there. But in that case, it is not this way. All of them will be acting at one particular point. Or if it is compound stress problem, then there will be a X force and Y force, but plane will be inclined. We want normal to the plane and tangential. One of them is called normal stress, usually symbol is sigma n, other is called shear stress, that is tau. Or if it is an arch case, when you cut a section here, see, this will be vertical force acting, horizontal, but for the arch inclined one, this is called normal thrust, this is called radial shear. So in such cases you require. So this is example, that is to make the concept clear. See, what I have done is, see, this is one direction. We want to resolve, see, required resolution is, see, one, our requirement is one along the plane, one perpendicular to the plane. See, this is 90 degrees. And usually one of them you call X, other you call Y. Just to avoid confusion, I will do one thing now. I will call this as X dash and Y dash. X dash and Y dash. So that incline. Okay, now, see, if you require to resolve in usual horizontal and vertical directions, then this force and this force will remain as it is. Why? Directly vertical, directly horizontal. Remaining, you have to resolve. Actually, this is usually normal reaction. But here not that way. We want resolution along this X dash and perpendicular to this plane. So here what will happen? See, this 40 Newton is perpendicular to this line. It is directly along Y dash. So no resolution for 40. I already told you, if you want to resolve in X and Y direction, this usual X and Y, horizontal, vertical, these two will not be resolved as it is. Other three you have to resolve. Then you have to consider the angle with horizontal x direction. But now our purpose is to learn how to resolve in two mutually perpendicular directions when they are neither horizontal nor vertical, inclined. But one more thing, they are mutually perpendicular. Now, your x dash is along this plane, y dash is perpendicular. See, this is directly this way along y dash. Also, see, 90 Newton is acting along the length. So, this also no resolution. So, these three forces you have to resolve. Start one by one. First, I start from here now. Consider, now before starting, I already told you in usual system, consider the angle with the x or horizontal, then x or horizontal component is cos, y or vertical component is sine. Here also same thing. You imagine this x dash what I told itself is horizontal, or you refer the angle with respect to this line. So what you will do? All angles we will consider with what? X dash or I put double x dash, okay, because people call x dash. Then directly along x dash component is cos, along y dash component is sine. This is already thoroughly explained for you. When you consider the angle with the x dash, then x dash along that it is cos, other is sine. So I will not explain again there. Start. And one thing important, consider the angle which is less than 90 degrees or with the nearest x dash. Today it is not possible because already it has taken more than half an hour now. I will complete this one and close. Tomorrow I am starting moment. So before starting moment, 5 minutes, I will tell you the mistake committed when you consider angle more than 90 degrees. Tomorrow I will, sorry, not tomorrow, next class. That is a habit actually of telling, usually tomorrow. Okay. In case any class, if I tell tomorrow or yesterday if I tell means last class, tomorrow if I tell means next class, remember. And if I tell you how much is the answer means, I forgot that I am in online class and I have to calculate, I realize immediately. See, 60, first I will take one by one, I will take 60 Newton force. 60 Newton force. See, this force is like this. 60 Newton. We want the angle made by that one with x dash. See, this is your x dash. Do not consider this angle. You should take this angle. See, very easy. If this is 30, this also 30, oh sorry, little out of scale, 100% clear. Now you should not explain this 30 degrees. See, but remember, it is not given calculated. Okay, and I underline calculated. See, 30 means 30. Therefore, see now, resolution. One component will be like this, other component will be like this. One along this way, normal this way, so that 60 this way, equal to one component like this, other component will be like this. This is the component along x dash, 60 into cos 30, this will be 60 into sin 30. Now I will do one thing now, I will not write answer today. You write the answer. Why should I unnecessarily waste time? You practice. See, I will put answer here, you write over. Because purpose is to understand. Calculation you can make, leave it now. That force over. Next, I will come to 70 Newton. See. Consider 70 Newton. I already told you, if it is a resolution along our usual x and y, that is horizontal vertical, this 60 and 70 no resolution. See, 70 is vertically down. 70 Newton. But our reference line is here. This is x dash. So we want not this angle, this angle. See here correctly. If this is 30, directly you can tell this angle is 60 degrees. I don't have to explain further. That much minimum mathematical concept you should be having, 60. So now if you resolve, be careful. See, when you resolve here, one component will be like this, other will be like this. Therefore, this will be equal to one component like this, other component like this. This component will be, see, we are considering 70 Newton making angle 60 degrees with the x dash x dash. So this is 70 into cos 60. This is 70 into sin 60. Over. Write the answer, whatever you get. There is no point in wasting time on calculating answer. See, next. I'll come next here. I want some space for entry of the answer later. If I go that side problem, I'll come here. See, next. Only one more force is there. Consider, which one over now? 60 over 70 over. Consider 80 Newton force. See, I have taken all the possibility. How is 80? See, they told 80 if you take a vertical line here. See, I'll write here, not there. If you take a vertical line here, this 80 is making angle of 20 degrees. It is this way, 20 degrees. But what we want, so that 80 Newton force, so it is not 20 degrees here, this is 20 degrees. See, I told a print mistake, 80 Newton. So that force is here, see. This is your 80 Newton force. Don't see that one now. Our x is here, not to scale. Our y is here. Actually, this is x dash x dash. This is y dash y dash. We want this angle. Why that angle? Because angle made by the force with x dash x dash. To get that angle, see, this angle, I will tell just to understand, theta, to understand. Okay, see, small construction here. See, this line with the horizontal is making angle of 30 degrees. 30 degrees. And this angle, it is given in the data as 20 degrees. Therefore, and this line and this are, see, this and this are perpendicular. So, when this is 30, this is 20, this is 90. What you have to do? From 90 degrees, subtract 30, subtract 20, your theta will come 90 minus 20 minus 30. Okay, little work you have to do. So little you have to observe and decide. So this will be how much now? This is 40 degrees. So this theta, you got 40 degrees. I round off. Now this will be equal to, see, component. If it goes this way, one component will be like this, or not there. I think your axis here. See, one component will be like this, other will be like this. This way. So equal to one component along x dash, other one perpendicular to that one. Force is 80 Newton. Angle it makes with the x dash is 40 degrees. So this will be 80 cos 40, get the answer. This will be 80 sin 40, get the answer. Over. This is what I wanted to explain so that it is beneficial for you, if not in SFD BMD, in other subject, not subject actually, and everything is structure engineering, other parts of structure engineering. At least that much contribution from me to you. So now, lastly, see, I will write one more rough sketch without any answer now. See, this point is A here, this point is B here, this is C, this is D, this is E. See, lastly what you have to do is to understand this 90 will be directly written here, no change, 90 Newton. See, now, then even this 40 Newton will be direct entry. Why? It is directly along perpendicular line. How much is one? 40 Newton, no change. Now see, here, 60 Newton here, this point. It is components are, see, written here. One component this way, see. Where? Sorry, here. Okay, here. One component this way. How? It is along this line, see. How much that one? It is your 60 into cos 30. Write the answer. other component is this way, that is, I won't calculate now, 60 into sine 30 over. Then this point, where is the point here? Have I gone further or one more is there? I think one more required, sorry, I will mark here. One more point I will mark here. D point I will mark here. This is E because this is directly. How much it is? 40. I want one more point. Okay, this is the point B. These are not confusion, it's a mix up. See, that is 70 Newton, this force. See, it is vertically down. We decided one going perpendicular this way. Other is tangentially comes this way. This normal component is 70 into sine 60 and this is 70 into cos 60. Now last force B here, not B, C. This is point A, this is point B, this is point C. Okay, this is D and E over. Here, C, where is it? This one, C point. One, this force, this way, see, written here. One component along the line, this way. So I will shift slightly this side so that I got space. How much that one? 80 into cos 40. One more component is this way, perpendicular. 80 into sine 40. If it is cos 40, sine 40 only. So this is your x dash, and remember this is y dash. Now suppose you want to find net force, you may require, I'll just briefly tell and conclude now. Suppose you want resultant force along x dash, then you have to consider either that side positive or this side positive. This all will be explained very thoroughly. Sign convention only in one class, I may talk about full class. So see that all the mistake you are making, you made so far, you are making now, and you will make in future. I will eliminate. I can eliminate only the mistake which you are making now and which you will make in future. Which you already made, I am helpless. Don't make once again. See, if it right side, answer is plus 90 plus 80 cos 40, yes, minus 70 cos 60 minus 60 cos 30. Write the answer. Suppose you want net force in this direction. Say, if you take this as positive, plus 80 sin 40 plus 40 minus 70 sin 60 plus 60 sin 30. That way you have to calculate, but not required here. This is how you have to solve. Again, I hope that this extra part I have considered beyond our scope or beyond the requirement of SFD BMD is useful for you and fully clear. Thoroughly practice. You do one thing, you write the sketch, then you write everything and enter the answer. Then check here. Once again, in case if there is any there is no calculation done here, any angle mistake is there. I think mistake is not there. If it is there, just ignore it. I told the principle for you. Such mistakes are not a big issues. They are just by observation problem only. Sometimes it happens. Suddenly you feel some other angle there. It happens so many times. A load acting there, when I go further, I will see some other question and write that load. Then I will correct it. It is not technical. It is purely what? Observation. Okay, now I will conclude the class. Next class, that is class number 5, I will tell you is a very, very powerful class. Powerful class. Because I am going for moment. How much important I give for moment. You can earlier see I wrote moment very big, and after moment is over, we will go to it later, bending moment. I will make crystal clear difference between moment and bending moment. So many people, bending moment, they call moment. I am fully against it. I don't agree with them. It is wrong. They should call bending moment is separate, moment is separate. That all I will explain. But time being, moment. How to find moment? I will give some examples for you. Then I will give a system like earlier I did here and find net moment about not 1 point, some 2-3 points. Very crystal clear, it will be explained to you. Okay, we will see you in the next class, that is class number 5. See, as I told, in the beginning there was a lag because of problem I told. Now no lag. I will give my full-fledged, what you can call is full-fledged, I'm not getting the word for it now. I will give full effort I will put to see that this course will run very smoothly, systematically, and becomes useful for each and everybody who are interested in structural knowledge, and of course they are willing to thoroughly practice and study, and they give full dedication. Okay, thank you.